Hey there, YouTube. Dubs Rider here, and I wanted to shoot a quick vlog before I head out of town for the next week or so. I've been pretty busy with work and doing stuff for my business, and I haven't had a chance to do a whole lot of motovlogging, but I've been trying to reply to comments and you know, answer those that did the contest entry, which will be coming here in the next 2 days. I'll make an announcement on that. I'll probably announce it on the video, or on the video that I shot on that vlog, and then I'll need to be reaching out to someone and get them a gift card. But kind of departing from what I've done on the last couple of vlogs, I wanted to spend a few minutes here kind of talking about the bike in itself and what I like and dislike about it. I know that I've had several videos out there kind of early last year to mid last year where I did a 1,000-mile review, a 2,000-mile review, that sort of thing, but I wanted to kind of just touch base real quick on a few things that I really like and a few things that I dislike for those that might be considering purchasing a CTX1300. And let me preface this by saying that I am a huge fan of my bike. I love it. And if I had it to do over again, I would purchase it again. So I guess take the issues that I might bring up or the problems and take them with that perspective, because I don't regret for 1 minute my decision to buy this bike. Don't regret for 1 minute. It's got plenty of power for me. I'm not one that likes to travel at high speeds a lot, you know, so it wasn't necessary for me that I have a ton of top-end power so I could go, you know, over 100 miles an hour. Not to say though that this bike can. I mean, I've had it over 100 miles an hour. It does pretty good. It's definitely not happy over 100 miles an hour. It's not the most comfortable of rides, but it'll get there, and it'll get there fairly quickly. So I mean, I guess first, power. I love the power in this bike, and it's smooth, linear power throughout the range, and you get a nice low-end torque out of it too. And I know that I had some gripes earlier last year when I bought the bike that they kind of detuned the ST1300 engine and brought that down to what they did here. And I know they're sub 100, I think, on horsepower and torque on this, but it's delivered in such a way that it's just smooth and linear. And I know that's one of the things that I disliked when I was test riding the Harley, is it seems like it was all down low. When you got into the upper ranges, there was just nothing left. But so power, as far as the motorcycle, I've got probably 3,000 miles on it, just over 3,000 miles, which is a drop in the bucket for a Honda. I've had absolutely no issues with the motor at all. I've had no issues with the bike itself. It's been just general maintenance, checking tire pressure, changing oil. I did my 600-mile checkup, and then I changed oil at that point, and I changed it shortly thereafter again, just to try a different oil. And it's not due for anything again until I think 8,000 miles. So from a reliability standpoint, this thing fires up. I have no issues, no sputters, no nothing. Absolutely love it from a reliability standpoint. Tires are still pretty good. I got about 3,000 miles on them, and tires are still really good on the bike. So again, I'm not a real aggressive rider. I tend to ride more laid back, and I don't ride real aggressive on it. So I'm hoping I'll get quite a bit of use out of those tires. The second thing that I really like about this bike is the balance. You know, if I'm sitting here with one hand, you know, I can basically move this bike around with my legs. It's so well balanced, it's so smooth. Nobody's gonna have an issue if you've got any experience at all on a motorcycle controlling this bike or handling this bike, and especially even at the higher speeds. It's got a nice wide rear tire, it tracks really well, it's smooth, it feels stable. You know, I've had absolutely no issues at all with that. So I definitely recommend it from a reliability standpoint and a comfort standpoint. The seat's something I might look into upgrading, just because in my opinion, the seat comes a little soft on the bike. But definitely, it's not something that you have to upgrade. Next, the look, and I think that goes along with the bike. It's almost as important for that as it is whether it's reliable. Because if you don't love the look of the bike and you kind of, for lack of a better phrase, don't feel good riding it or feel like a badass riding it, you're just not going to enjoy it. You're not gonna like it. So lots of rocks there. But I absolutely love the look of the bike. I mean, it's a nice, perfect blend, and you know, it's a kind of a cruiser, but still is very smooth, and it's not overly loud for me. I really like it. I don't use a ton of the features with the sound systems and all of that, but they're still kind of neat to have in case you do want to use them. So I definitely recommend getting the deluxe model if you get one. Just because they'll come in handy eventually if you want to use them, especially if you're in a pinch and you want to listen to some music or something. So style, reliability, and motor with power, and balance, and those are all three really hard-hitting points that I think Honda absolutely nailed. And now I'll kind of touch on a few of the things that I dislike about the bike. And one thing is, I think Honda has missed the mark with this bike and pretty much every other bike that they've ever launched, is they don't have accessories for it for what seems like an eternity. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like it's a very long time, but there's a sort of impatience that comes along with owning a motorcycle. And when you buy a motorcycle, the first thing you look to do is, what can I put on it to make it mine? I don't want it to be like anybody else's, I want it to be like mine. And frankly, they continue to miss the mark on that, and I really don't. I don't get it, and I don't really care for it. I think they've got a lot of room to improve their sales model, especially when you compare them to Harley with that. When Harley releases a bike, you can customize it from freaking front tire to back tire. But so that's one thing I really dislike, is the aftermarket support and the ability to customize it. I think it's definitely lacking. The second thing that I really dislike about this bike is the mirrors. They could have placed those in a much better position, maybe a little bit higher up. I use them, and it's a little awkward sometimes to use them because I do have to move my head to see out of the mirrors a little bit. But I don't like this post right here. I've seen other guys kind of put mirrors on there, and I just haven't found anything that I like where you've got like two mirrors in front, and I think it kind of detracts from the look of the bike. I don't know, it's a preference thing. So I mean, you can get mirrors that are a little easier to see, but then you've got these mirrors and you've got those mirrors because you can't take them off. So one thing I really do dislike about this bike is the mirrors. The next thing is the fact that in the United States, it fails to come with a lot of the stuff that would be stereotypical of a good cruising motorcycle. The center stand, the cruise control, the backrest. And it seems like in Canada and other places like that, it does come with those things. But I mean, in the United States, a deluxe model, you need to buy all of that aftermarket. And last year when I bought it, pretty much none of that was available. So it's really this year that I'm getting to put some of that stuff on the motorcycle. The next thing that I really dislike about it is the fact that you drop the kind of money that at least we did last year, when those of us that bought this and early adopters, and you get a 1-year warranty on the bike. I got the exact same warranty on that bike as I did my CBR 250R, and that bike was, you know, this bike's 4 times the cost of that bike, and I still get the 1-year warranty. Really irritates me, but I mean, I guess that's either here nor there. I haven't had any issues. I don't foresee any issues with it. Honda makes a really reliable product, and adapting in the same motor that they've been running for years in the ST1300, I think they'll be fine. But again, one thing that really irks me, and at today's prices, not as big a deal because the prices have dropped drastically on these. So it wouldn't be as big a deal, but at least for me last year it was a big bone of contention. So yeah, really they're nitpicky things to me though. I mean, that's really everything that I really dislike about the bike. Oh wait, I found one more. You can always find something, right? The side bags. Not the best design on the side bags. I really would have liked a top lifting side bag. I think you lose space with the way they're designed right now, and they're kind of awkward to get things in and out of. I've got those nice C. Bailey bags that kind of fit in there nice, and that makes it a little simpler, but it's still, it's just really not a good design. You can't unlock them without having the key. I don't know, it just was poorly designed. I would have liked to have, on a bike that cost this much, at least when it was launched, have a little bit better system for that. It just seems like they could have designed it a little better. But again, guys, you know, the exhaust sounds great. The reliability is great. You know, at highway speeds, I think that was one question that somebody asked me, what's it at highway speeds? And at highway speeds, you really don't hear the exhaust, but you get that really nice V4 whine. And it sounds good. I mean, it's not displeasing at all, but I mean, if you're looking for a Harley sound, you want to go with a V-twin. That's flat out. It doesn't replicate the sound of a V-twin on the highway, but there is a poetry to the sound that you get out of this motor, and I really love the sound of this motor at any speed. And at low speed, you still get that really low rumble. Like if I come off the throttle at any low speed, you really get that low rumble, which is kind of nice. It's not bad at all. But kind of at higher speeds, you'll get that nice Honda whine that you get out of a V4 motor. And I like it. It's not for everybody, but I like it. And so yeah, I mean, if I had it to do over again, I would buy this motorcycle, hands down. I love it. You know, I was looking at different motorcycles last year because I think that I was a little frustrated with Honda. You know, the accessories, I couldn't really do what I wanted to do to it. The warranty kind of irked me and pissed me off a little bit. You know, but at the end of the day, every time I get on this bike, I have a smile, and I think that's what counts. I absolutely love the way this bike feels, the way it rides, and you know, when you're comparing that to, I think I test rode the Street Glide last year, and it just, to me, it doesn't feel like even in the same league. So I guess that's my 2 cents on it. It's kind of, after I've had it a while, now the aftermarket's kind of coming around for it. There's getting some stuff out there. If you're on the CTX1300 forums, if you're going to buy this bike, definitely jump on the forums there. There's a few people on there, and their names, all their names, I don't remember all their names right now, but Bob on there and a few others. They're definitely a wealth of knowledge, and they've been riding for years. There's even another rider on there that developed some highway pegs and and some fog lights that you can put on it. And I've got that kit from him, and I plan on putting that on at some point. I just haven't had the time to do it yet, so I'll give a review on that when I get a chance. But yeah, if I had it to do over, 100 times over, I'd buy this bike again. So I hope this helps for any of you guys that are out there thinking about picking one of these up at an absolute steal. I can tell you right now, some of the prices that I've seen on this bike are just flat out ridiculous. That you can get these bikes brand new, and at that price, absolute no-brainer, guys. Go for it every day. So again, contest on May 5th. I'll be announcing the winner there, so head over, like that video, comment what you ride, and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, guys, ride safe.